Welcome back to The Explainer. Today we're diving into something that might sound like a run-of-the-mill admin task, but honestly, it's an absolute game changer for system efficiency. We're going to explore how you, as a new administrator, can transform SAP S4HANA into a totally seamless, error-free experience for your business users just by mastering user-specific default settings. So picture your daily operations for a second. How much time do your business users waste typing the exact same company codes and currencies over and over again into the system? Look, every single time a user has to manually type out a static value, operational friction just skyrockets. But by identifying this massive manual entry trap, you can step in as the hero administrator. You can literally eliminate that tedious repetition and those inevitable fat finger mistakes that cause massive headaches downstream. Here's our quick roadmap for today. First, the manual entry trap. Second, parameter IDs. Third, dummy users. Fourth, automating fiscal year proposals. And finally, setting exchange rate guardrails. All right, Section 1, the manual entry trap. Why defaults matter. We've got to start with the fundamental problem of operational friction. It's a simple, unavoidable truth in IT and finance. Every manual keystroke is a potential input error waiting to happen. Relying on users to constantly type out static values isn't just painfully slow, it actively jeopardizes your company's data integrity. If a user entered the wrong currency or the wrong company code, your reporting gets skewed, and reconciliation, that becomes a total nightmare. Moving right along to Section 2, parameter IDs prevent errors, the first guardrail. So how do we actually solve this manual entry trap? The answer is parameter IDs. These are system settings that autofill default values for fields that rarely change. Think company code and currency. By configuring these parameter IDs, those predefined values automatically pop up in their corresponding fields the very second a transaction is executed. The user doesn't even have to think about it. This really illustrates the contrast we're trying to achieve here. We're moving away from manual entry, which we know is super prone to input errors and tedious typing, and we're moving over to parameter IDs. This gives you predefined, automatic values for flawless data entry. You're stopping errors before they can even be typed. And it's not just about company codes either. When users log on, you can configure their specific properties to apply to their user IDs across the entire application. We're talking logon language, date format, decimal notation, even their default printer. You can also customize editing options for daily tasks like document entry and the cash journal. It's really about tailoring the workspace to fit the user perfectly. Okay, Section 3. Dummy users save admin time, the maintenance hack. Now, if you have a massive workforce, configuring all of this individually is just not going to happen. Instead, you can use this brilliant 3-step maintenance hack. Step 1, create a dummy user profile. Step 2, maintain all the values and parameter IDs for that dummy to perfectly match your accounting requirements. And Step 3, just copy this dummy user whenever you onboard someone new. It guarantees consistency and makes scaling up an absolute breeze. Next up, Section 4. Automating fiscal year proposals, system and accounting defaults. Beyond those user setups, SAP S4HANA actively helps out during document entry by offering basic system defaults. For example, it automatically proposes the current date as the posting date, or it'll propose the exact same company code you used in your very last document. It's basically anticipating your workflow. But we have to remember that all of these defaults operate under a very strict foundational rule in the system, the document principle. This means that all documents must perfectly balance to 0 before they can be posted. No exceptions. So the defaults make entry faster for sure, but the document principle ensures your accounting stays perfectly accurate. To get super specific on how this helps, let's say you're entering a vendor invoice, which is document type KR. The system intelligently offers predefined values to help you balance. It automatically proposes carrying out the credit posting with posting key 31. The accounting clerk doesn't have to memorize those codes every single time. You also have great control over time-based data. For company codes with year-specific document number assignments, you can control whether the system automatically proposes the relevant fiscal year when users display or change documents. You can even set it up to propose your computer's CPU date as the value date. All of these little things shave seconds off every transaction. Finally, Section 5, setting exchange rate guardrails, the safety net. Let's look at how administrators build the ultimate financial safety net, especially for cross-currency operations, where a tiny typo can cause a massive discrepancy. At the company code level, you need to enter a strict limit on the maximum permitted difference between two things: the exchange rate manually entered in the document header and the official baseline exchange rate sitting in the system's exchange rate table. Here's where the magic happens. If that maximum percentage difference limit is crossed, SAP S4HANA immediately intervenes and throws this exact warning message. It instantly helps users recognize incorrect entries right then and there, completely avoiding costly financial discrepancies before the document ever gets posted. So, to bring it all together, a few minutes of smart admin configuration really does equal thousands of hours saved and major errors avoided. Setting up these parameter IDs, maintaining dummy users, and creating exchange rate warnings is the ultimate set-it-and-forget-it task. It empowers your business users while completely safeguarding the company's data. I'll leave you with this one thought. Are your default values working for you or against you? Take a hard look at your own system configurations today. Ask yourself if you've truly built the right guardrails for your team. Thanks for joining me for this explainer, and definitely go experiment with these settings in your own environment.